What's up guys, welcome back to the Phono Guy, and in this video I am going to talk about 20 plus tips and tricks for the Samsung Galaxy A30s. As you know, I have already posted the unboxing and a few of the speed tests of this device, but right now I will be just talking about the tips and tricks. As I mentioned in the unboxing of this device that I will be making a separate video where I will be discussing about all the tips and tricks which are present inside this device. So right now we are just concerned with all those features which are hidden inside this device. So without any further ado, let's get started, and straight away we will start with the main home screen. If we just pinch in, you have this home screen settings. If you just press this button, you have a lot of features which just pop up in front of you. I will be discussing all these features one by one. On the very first, we have this home screen layout. What does it mean? We have the home and app screen and home screen only. If you just select the home screen only, you will just have an apply it. You can see right now you do not have any app drawer. You just have all those apps on the home screen. So your app drawer is actually gone when you just select this option. So going back and selecting the normal mode which we usually use, we like the app drawer, so app drawer is actually back. Next up, we have the home screen grid where you can just arrange. We have multiple options, 4x5, 4x6, which means you can arrange the columns and rows as you want. Next up, we have the app screen grid. It is talking about the app drawer where all those applications will be arranged as you wish them to be arranged. I'm not just talking about these two features. You can just select whatever you like. Next up, we have this apps button. What it does is actually, if you just turn this feature on and go back, you can see we have this app button also present on the home screen. You can also swipe up to bring your app drawer, but you can just press this button and your apps will pop up. So these are few of the features which I just want to discuss inside it. Next up, we have this lock home screen layout. If you have arranged few things in pattern and you just want to lock your home screen layout which you just selected here, you can just turn this feature on using this switch. Next up, we have the swipe down for notification panel. What it does, when you turn this feature on and go back, you just swipe down anywhere on your screen, your notification panel will come down, and you just swipe up, it will go back. You swipe down, it goes down, and you swipe up, it goes up. So this is how you use this feature. So these were few of the things which you can use in this home screen settings. And finally, we have the hide apps. If you just want to hide few of the apps on the home screen, you can just, for example, I just want to hide, you can say this PUBG Mobile, and I just apply it. It will no longer appear on my app drawer. You can see there is no PUBG Mobile, and if I just want to find it again, I have to go back and go into the hide apps, and this is the hidden app. I have to remove it from here and it will come back where it was. You can see we have the game back in the app drawer. Next up, we have the wallpapers and the theme applications, and I will be just discussing it later on. Moving next, we straight away go into this control center. You can see we have all these applications present here, and they have different purposes to offer. So if you just tap this button, you can see button order. You can select whatever you want, wherever you want any specific button and toggle to be. So it is up to your choice where you want your buttons according to your requirement. And you have the button grid option. You can select 5x3 and 3x3, whatever you like. So next up, we have the status bar, and it shows three recent notifications and all the notifications. You can just choose between these, and if you want three notifications, it will just show you three notifications. And if you want all the notifications to be shown, you just simply tap on all the notifications. And next up, we have the show battery percentage. You just turn it on and battery percentage will be shown alongside your battery. So this is all about your app drawer. You can just use it as you wish. Moving next, going straight into the settings. So starting from the basics, we have this option right on the right side where a symbol is shown, where you can put your Samsung account and all your settings will be managed here. And if you are forgetting some kind of settings you are not able to find, you can just simply tap here and find that setting. For example, I want to find the blue filter, so it will just give me the blue Bluetooth and the blue light filter here you can see. So all those things which you are unable to find inside the settings, you can just simply tap into the search and those will just come out straight away. So next up we have the sounds. What I just want to show you that you can use the volume keys for the media, you can see if you just turn this feature on, your volume keys will be used for the media instead of the ringer which it usually does. So this is all about your sounds and vibrations, and all other things are just basics, ringtones and nothing else. Next up, going into the display. In the display we have the blue filter. If you just turn this on, the screen actually turns a bit bluish, which is soothing for the eyes. Going into this, we can increase the opacity to whatever level we want. You can see the screen actually turns a yellowish, and you can also turn on a schedule that whenever you want, on the sunset to sunrise, or you just want to set up a custom time, you can just set up a custom time too. So these are few of the features you can use inside the blue filter. Next up we have the night mode. I actually have turned on the night mode. If you just turn off the night mode, it is actually the dark mode which will help you to reduce the battery consumption whenever you are using the night mode. So if you just turn this on, everything turns black, and it is actually helpful for your battery because it drains the battery at a low level as compared to the white screen. So next up we have the screen mode. We have two different options, the vivid and the natural. For this you have to turn off your night mode and you can select between these two. And moving next, we have the font size and style. You can increase the font size to whatever level you want, and the font style, you have two different options right now, and you can download any of the fonts by just pressing this button. You can see you have lots of options to choose between the fonts. You just download them and apply, and your choice will just appear on the screen. And the screen zoom is actually a new option where you just adjust the zoom of your screen according to your requirement. So these were few of the things I just quickly passed on, as these are not very much important. These are just basics which everybody knows. So next up we have the full screen apps. So what it does, actually it allows you to have the apps on the full screen mode. So these applications actually support the full screen. You can just they have been selected to the art of, if any application is actually not supporting the full screen, you can come here and make it work for the full screen, and it will just show that application in the full screen mode. So these were few of the things which I just wanted to discuss from here. And next up we have the navigation bar. This is actually very cool. We have the gestures mode available. You can select the gestures mode and you can play between these gestures. So swipe up and hold to open the device assistance app. You can see, so this is the app drawer which just popped up when I just swiped up, and this is how I just go back. So these were a few of the gestures which you can use. Right now I will just keep it on the navigation buttons, and we have the order. If you just have to change the order, if you want it on the left side to go back, it can come to the left side, or usually people keep it on the right side, and if you're left-handed you can keep it on the left side. So this is what we have in the navigation bar. And screensaver, what it does, when you have turned this feature on and you have plugged in your charger to the device, it will just show beautiful colors on your screen as a screensaver. So these are few of the things which you can just enjoy into the display settings on A30s. So next up we have the wallpapers and the themes. Here are lots of options available. You just have to go into the wallpapers and themes and put your account and update the app, and you will have all those wallpapers and themes available which you can download and apply to your device. Next up we have the lock screen. For the lock screen, we have the lock screen type, where different lock screen types are available. You can just check it out. Next up we have this cool feature which is the clock style. You can just go into this feature. You can see we have this clock style feature. We have this clock style feature, and you can choose between the different clock styles. Right now you can see we have lots of different options, and you can even change the colors of your clock. You can see by just going into the color. I just tabbed it, and right now my clock style will be changed. You can see clearly. I just want to show you. You can see the clock is actually changed. So going back into the settings where we left it, so we have the face widgets option which will just show on your screen. So we have the music, today's schedule, next alarm, and whether you can just reorder if you just want them to reorder according to your requirement, and else is fine for this. So these are few of the things which are present here. And next up we have the app shortcuts. What it does, it actually shows two applications on the bottom corners. You can see we have the bottom corners, and you can choose on the left which application you want. For example, I just keep Chrome on the left, and we have Facebook on the right. So these will actually show on my lock screen next up whenever I just go on my lock screen. So these were few of the things which are present under the lock screen. In biometrics and security, I just want to highlight one feature, which is the secure folder. What it does, if you just enable the secure folders, it is actually a great feature to use if you just want to keep your private data and you just want to keep some applications which you do not want others to use. You just put your Samsung account and enable the secure folders and put all those applications, and even you can put some kind of media which you just want to hide from others in the secure folder. You can just protect it with your face, with fingerprint scanner, and even Patron and any other type of lock. So this is the secure folder which you can use if you just need it. In the advanced features, we just go into the advanced features, and the side keys actually does open. This power key actually opens when we just double press it. It opens the camera and open app. If, for example, if you just want to open a game at a quicker rate which you are addicted to, you just tap the power key twice, that game will just open. Right now we are just putting it to the launch camera again. So this is a new feature which is linked to Windows. When you just connect your phone to any Windows PC or laptop, you can just turn this feature on, and all your text and notifications will just appear in your computer. So this is a new feature which you can use. And smart pop-up view. Next up we have the motion and gestures. You can see there are lots of different options available. You just swipe palm to capture and swipe to call and send messages. You can just learn these features from here. These are present in Samsung devices from a long time. These are not new features which need discussing. And game launcher, everybody knows about the game launcher. Whenever it is just enabled, whenever you go into the games, a button will appear at the side, and you can just use that button to stop the notifications to come, any calls to just come into your game whenever you are playing the games. And dual messenger, what it does, it actually twins the apps. Right now we just have the Facebook application. If I just press this button, you will have two Facebook applications which you will use to have another account. So these were few of the features which I just wanted to discuss in the settings. And next up, moving into the gallery, I just want to highlight one feature, which is if I just delete any of the photo, it goes to the recycle bin, and I have to go here, and if I just go back and press here, you can see we have recycle bin, and I can just retrieve this photo again. You can see if I just press it, the image is restored. So the photo is actually not deleted permanently. You can just bring that photo back from the recycle bin. Finally, I just want to give a little touch to the keyboard of this device. If you just press this button, you have the different modes available. You have this one-handed mode, and if you just go into the floating keyboard, you have this floating keyboard option which comes in the middle of the device. So you have quite a different options available. So right now we are setting it back to the normal, and going into the settings, we have the different style and layout which you can choose for your keyboard. So these were few of the things which I just wanted to discuss in the messaging application. Finally, we have the camera. So, and if you just go into the camera, we have a quite lot of features. For example, if you just go to the live focus, you can, let me just show you how actually this works. You have this camera live focus. What it does, it will actually take a portrait of any object which you are bringing in front of the camera, and you can just increase and decrease the quantity of the blur which you want. In the pro mode, you have different options which you just control your photo with. And next up we have the photos and videos. So these are few of the basics. Going into the settings, here we have some cool features to use. You can select the size of your photo, whatever size you want. High efficiency video, it will actually save the video in a smaller amount. For example, if the video is recorded actually in 500 MBs, you can say it will just record it in 300 MBs. And we have the option to pictures as previewed. Whenever you take the picture, it will just preview. And next up we have the camera modes. You can just choose which modes you actually want to show on your home screen of the camera. So we have the different shooting methods. You can see press volume keys to take or record a video, zoom, and you have the system volume. So we choose to take a picture. Whenever I press the volume keys, it will just take a picture. So these are few of the settings which you can also use in the camera settings, and this is all about the camera of this device too. So this is all about the camera of this device too, and this is it for the tips and tricks of this device. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then give this video a thumbs up, and up till next video, bye bye and peace.